Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this new CATIA Talk. I'm here today with Dinesh. Hello, Dinesh.
Hello, Mark. Hello, everyone.
So today we will speak again about the new CATIA product, which is called 3D Innovator, and its main application, which is CATIA xDesign. So CATIA 3D Innovator, it's a new product on the 3D experience platform from Dassault Systèmes. And mainly it's a web application so that you can run on your in your browser to do some mechanical design, part design, surface design, assembly design. So we are doing this set of talks to show you what you can do with the product and how it works. And today we will concentrate on the sketcher, so to create 2D profiles to start your design. I let you, Dinesh, run a little scenario to show us what are the main functions. If you have some question, do not hesitate to ask, and we'll try to answer.
Okay. Okay. Today we'll be creating this engineering component here, and we'll learn to create basic sketching entities, and then we'll apply dimension and constraints, and finally we'll also learn some useful tools. Okay. So right now we are in a new component, and let's start with a sketch. So you have to go to the sketch tab of the action bar, and here all sketching commands are available. So click on create or edit sketch, and it will ask you for a sketch plane on which your sketch will be based. So you can select the plane from here or from the design manager. So let's just select from here. And now you have entered into an sketcher, and you can start creating your sketch with different sketching entities here. So sketching entities icons are very intuitive. Like for example, line creation, the icon shows that you have to define two endpoints to create a line. So let's just define two endpoints by just clicking in the space, and your line is ready.
Okay.
And you can still see that the line command is still active, and if I click it once again, another line is created. So xDesign has this behavior where you remain in the same command until you exit, because it will help you create multiple entities in the same step.
Yeah, which is a difference to a CATIA native application where you have to double click if you want to have the same behavior.
Yes. So if you start a new entity, like example rectangle here, it will automatically close, and the new rectangle will new command will be launched. So rectangle here shows that you have to define the two diagonally opposite points. So if you click here, and your diagonally opposite points, and your rectangle is ready.
Okay.
So there is another way to close this command. If you click again on the rectangle, you exit from this command, and you can again click on the new command like arc here, and you can just create arc by defining the two endpoints and the intermediate point, or you can just press escape, and you are out of the command. So there is another way to create an arc is by defining the center and the two endpoints through which your arc will pass. And if you want your arc to be tangent to an entity, then you can create tangent arc. Then you have to select the entity to which your arc will be tangent and the other endpoint. Next, sketching entity is circle. So you have to define the center point and the point through which your circle will pass. You can also define circle by defining the three endpoints, 3 points through which your circle will pass. So these are the basic sketching entities which are frequently used while creating your sketch profile. There are other sketching entities like ellipse, polygon, splines, slot, and text. So you can these are also very intuitive, and you can explore it on your own.
So yeah, in a web application, you retrieve all the main functions to create profiles.
Yes. So now let's see how you can select an entity here. So if you want to delete this particular circle, then you have to select it first. So for selection, you have to click on the entity, and then you can either delete it from the contextual menu or from the delete key of your keyboard. So here I've just selected one entity, but if you want to select multiple entities, you have to press and hold the control key, and then you can select the multiple entities like this.
Okay.
But if you have many entities, like here, I have many entities, and if you want to delete them at once, or select more than more entities, then we have a box selection for you. So all you have to do is like press and hold the left mouse button and drag right, and you get this orange color box. This orange color box will select only the entity which falls fully inside this box. So here we see there are three lines which are falling inside this box, but there is only one line which falls fully inside this box. So when we do it, only one entity is selected. Similarly, if you press and hold the left mouse button and drag left, this blue color box appears, and this blue color box will select everything which falls fully or partially inside it.
Okay, so
So
two different behaviors depending on whether you drag to the left or to the right, which is very powerful to do some complex selection quickly.
yes. Okay, so now we have learned the basic sketching entities, to learn to create basic sketching entities. Now we will create a new sketch where we will be creating the sketch profile for our component, and then we'll use it for creating 3D geometry. So create a new sketch and select a YZ plane, this time from the design manager, and let's start with a line. So I click here and here, so I have one line here, and I want to create a chain of lines. So you can so I don't want to exit, I will continue creating the profile. And I wanted to show here that if you are in a if creating a profile, and if like for lines, and if you want to create an arc, then you don't have to exit from the command. You can do it right from here. All you have to do is go back to the previously defined point, and your command will change from the line to arc. And if you do it again, it will again change to line. So let's just create an arc here, and this one, and one more rectangle. Okay, so here we have the basic sketch skeleton of our sketch is ready, and you can see that the profile is closed. The closed profile is shown with a gray color, and there are different color for different closed profiles here. And is, even in the design manager, you see this minus sign, which shows that this sketch is not fully constrained yet. So if you drag your point, then it can change. So it's not fixed in this phase as of now.
Okay, so let's add a few constraints to fix our sketch.
Yes, so to apply constraints, you just have to select the entity. So here I'm selecting this point here, and then I get this contextual menu where the available constraints are shown. So you can choose it from here. So I want to fix this points so that I can use it as a reference for other entities. So I just fix it, and you see this fix icon here, and the color of the point has been changed from blue to black, which means now you cannot move it here, and it is fixed in this space.
Okay.
So let's just quickly add more constraints. So we want some entities, this one, and this one to be vertical. So you can apply vertical constraints. Similarly, you can make this entity, this entity, this entity, and this one like horizontal. You can apply a horizontal constraint.
Okay, so all the constraints that are available are in the contextual menu, and depending on what you have selected, you are proposed what's compatible with your selection.
Yes, so you can quick. So I'll just okay. So I'll just quickly select. Okay, I want them to be equal. Let's make this arc tangent to this entity, and let's just we can apply a angle constraint, make it 15 degree, and then we can make this point and this point coincident. And if you want this point to be at the center of this line, then you can use midpoint constraint, and then you can also apply some collinear constraints. So here we have applied constraints here, and so that if you see by default it is not shown, but if you want to see, you can just select those entities and all those constraints will be shown to you.
Okay.
Okay, so here you can see that there are some entities which have turned black, which means they are fully constrained, but there are still few entities which are blue. So we'll apply dimension to make this sketch fully constrained. So let's click on the sketch dimension from the sketch tab, and you see this dimension icon here, and to apply dimension you just have to select an entity, and you see the dimension is shown, and if you move your mouse, then the location of your dimension changes, so you can click it to pin it in the space, and then you can change the dimension. So right now it's done, and you are still in the line command, so you can quickly uh, define other dimensions. So if you select two entities, it automatically changes from linear dimension to this to the distance between the two. So let's just make it 70. So I'm still in the line command, and for selecting multiple entities, I'm not pressing any control key. So I'm just selecting the entities, this one and this one, and let's make it 5. We want to make it 15, 25. Okay, so very quickly we are able to dimension the whole sketch, and now you can see that the color of all the sketching entities have turned black, and even in the design manager you don't see this minus sign, which shows that your sketch is now fully constrained and ready to be used for creating 3D geometries.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just validate it and go to the feature tab. From here you can create solid geometries. So let's just launch this revolve command, and here revolve commands moves your sketch profile around an axis. So you just have to select an axis first. So I want my profile to move around this axis, and then you can select the complete sketch or the profiles, like different profiles here. So I want to select this one because I want a hole here. So let's just select this one and validate it. And here we have our first solid geometry.
Okay, thank you, Dinesh. So it's the first part created from our first 2D profile. So we'll show you what are the main functions to create profiles and the constraints that you need to have a fully constrained sketch, which is most of the time better to have a very stable design if you want to do some changes later.
Yes. Okay. So in the end, I just want to show you some two useful tools while sketching. So let's just create another sketch here. So let's just do the sketch and create some rough profile here. So here, and so the first tool is the sketch fillet. So when you launch the sketch fillet and you move the cursor on a corner, it shows the fillet here, and when you click, so it apply the fillet there, and you can change the dimension by clicking there and make it like 25, and you are still in the fillet command, like most of the sketching commands. So if you move it to another corner, it will show another fillet. So in the single step you are able to create two fillets, but these fillets are interlinked. Like this is the master fillet, and this is linked to this one. So if I make it like 30, the other one will automatically change.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so if you are not used to it, you can use quickly uh, these tools. What's happening? Okay, Next entity, next tool is split entity tool. So if you launch it, this split an entity into two. So right now it is a single line. So if you click it here, so then this entity is split into two entities now. And if so that here you can just uh, click and you can just delete it while the other entities is kept. Okay, and next tool is the or extend command. So this is also frequently used tool. So you can just put it on an entity and it will highlight the portion to be removed. And if you click it here once, it is removed. And the other way to remove an entity is by pressing and hold the left mouse button and drag. So you see this gesture, and it will quickly remove the unwanted entities. And the same trim or extend command can be used to extend the entity. So the way is you move it over an entity, it highlights, and then you have to press and hold the left mouse button and drag to an entity. Like I want to extend it till the fillet here, so it will be extended till here.
Okay.
Okay, and the next next tool is the transform tool. So if you want to if just select this one, and you get this robot at the center of this profile, and from here you can just move it in different direction. You can rotate it, or you can scale it. Okay, and if you want if you want to use some other reference, so then you can just click here and your robot becomes movable, and you can drag it to or pin it to some geometry, and again click here, and now it will be transformed with respect to the new reference point. You can also create copies, so you have to select the make copies, and you can create multiple copies from the same sketch profile. Okay, next tool is the offset tool, and when you click the profile, it automatically create an offset of your sketch profile. You can use a bi-directional offset. You can just use manipulators or directly enter the value for your offset profiles. Okay, and then it is also frequently used tool, the mirror functionality, which will mirror your profile around an entity or a plane. So let's just select a mirror plane or line, and then you have to choose the profile, and it is mirrored. So it's very uh, quick when you create just half of portion and you just mirror it about a plane. Okay, and the last tool is the convert entity tool. So if you are working in this sketch as I'm working here right now, and okay, and you want to use this profile in this sketch, then you can just select it, and this profile is converted into a sketch profile here, and you can use this profile for your further geometry creation.
Okay.
Okay, so I think the basic sketching entities creation, as well as applying constraint dimensions and to create 3D geometries, as well as using some useful tools for sketching are clear, and we'll like to see some interesting sketches from you guys.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Dinesh. So just to explain what we are showing here, it's so this product is called 3D Innovator. I would say it's the entry point of the CATIA portfolio. And our idea is to propose a tool that would be available not only for CAD specialists, but for anyone wanting to do some 3D design. So it's what's really important is that it can run in a browser. You don't need to install anything on your computer. It would run on most of the laptop, even the smallest one, and on the tablets. And it's really to give access to the CATIA world to anyone. What we are showing here is some basic functionalities that you would retrieve, of course, in CATIA. The goal of this product is not to replace the whole CATIA. It's more for new project to propose some ideas in 3D, and then when you've created some 3D models from xDesign, from 3D Innovator, then you are able, all your data are connected on the 3D Experience platform. And if you want, you can continue to use more advanced functions, applications, like if you want to do composites or sheet metal or topologic optimization. I don't know, all that's possible with the CATIA portfolio. You can start from here and then continue with more advanced product. But this one, it's really the entry point of CATIA. Okay, so I think we will stop here for this time. So it was just only to show you what are the 2D profile, how we can create the 2D profile. We'll continue in other sessions with how to create volumes, how to really create some 3D, how to create some surfaces, and also assemblies. But this will come in the coming weeks. In the meantime, you can connect to the CATIA user community. We'll provide the link below the video. Anyone can connect. It's free. It's public. You just have to create a DS passport if you don't have one, but it just takes 1 minute. And you can stay connected with us if you have further questions, technical questions. We can answer on the community. So thank you everyone for attending this session. Thank you, Dinesh.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, and see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.